Alright, so I sort of talked about this in my SummerSlam review, but I'm just gonna do a fucking rant on Orton fans. Orton fans, they don't look at the quality of a wrestler. They don't look at how good he is, or how talented he is. They don't look at his mic skills. They look at what he did fucking last year, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago. They don't look at right now. They don't care about right now. They look at what he did fucking 5 years ago. Was he a good wrestler a couple years ago? Or even 2 years ago? Yes, he was. But then he did get caught with drugs. I don't know what kind, because I don't even remember. Then ever since he came back, really, he's been fucking terrible. Bad wrestler. He's wrestled bad matches. Uh, and he's not motivated. And he keeps wrestling like this because there's fucking retards like Vince McMahon and Triple H who just keep, and it's part of the fans' fault too. They just keep cheering for him. Orton, Orton, Orton. Fucking retards. Like look at what he does during the match. Rest hold, botches. I could give an example of a botch off the top of my head from Orton. I could give a couple of them, and people will probably not remember this, but I remember this shit. Randy Orton versus Christian, SmackDown before Money in the Bank. Orton botches a roll up on a cover. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan, Raw. Randy Orton botches a T-bone suplex and he doesn't get the full effect, and Bryan doesn't get in the middle of the table. He just barely gets part of the table. He barely even broke it. So there you go. There's two botches off the top of my head from Orton. Two obvious ones too. Big botches. So Orton, a lot of rest holds during his match. Also, his moves fucking suck. I could do some of the moves that Orton does. The DDT off the second rope, I could do that. It's not fucking hard to fake a DDT. The RKO is alright, I guess, but it's getting old. It's like we've seen it 1,000 fucking times already. It's not that great. I mean, it's just stolen from DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. So I would like to just sit down with a Randy Orton fan and watch one of his matches, and I'll explain to that person why Randy Orton sucks. Again, nobody really likes him that's a mature wrestling fan. Go back and watch his entrance on the Raw after WrestleMania. He gets no fucking reaction at all. You know why? Because he sucks. And people will say, there's so many Orton fans out there. Yeah, all kids and fucking retards, really. And women. So let's go back to that. The Raw after WrestleMania. He wrestles with Sheamus. Remember all the fucking chants that were being done throughout that match? You know why they were chanting all those chants? Because it was boring as fuck. The match was boring as fuck. So they wanted something to do. And yeah, that match was pretty boring right there. So Orton is WWE champion now. Can't talk on the mic. His psycho gimmick, he's all psycho, I guess. He can't pull that off as a baby face. Can't wrestle. He's not motivated. The only match that he wrestled a good match in that I've seen recently was against Bryan, which Bryan actually seemed like he motivated Orton to do it. It's like fucking Orton did carry himself through that match. He did good. But it seemed like Bryan just motivated him to do good. So that match proved right there that Orton can wrestle. He just doesn't try. Why? Because there's retards out there that'll defend him no matter how bad his matches are. Same thing happened with The Rock. Has The Rock been good before 2013? Hell yes, he was. But after he returned in 2013, he sucked. People don't look at the quality of the product. They don't look at that. They assume that it's going to be a good match or a good promo, and they just decide after it's done, no matter how bad or good it is, that it was bad, that it was bad or good. They just take what they thought it was going to be, and they apply it and they put it on the internet, and it's just I know I fucking went on there and that didn't really make sense. But I think you get the point. Orton fans are not smart wrestling fans. If you like a guy, if you like slow wrestling and rest holds and fucking botches, then I could see how you like Randy Orton and boring promos too. That's the only way how I see how you could like Randy Orton. But again, it's just people don't look at the quality of Randy Orton. They look at what he did 2 years ago and they assume that it's going to be a good match. And the matches are not fucking good. So, and I'll take Cena over Orton any day. Look at Cena's wrestling. It's a lot faster. It's a lot better. And Cena's a lot more motivated than Orton. So I'll take fucking Cena over Orton any day of the week. So yeah, there you go. Orton fucking sucks. Fuck Orton as champion. Bryan should be fucking champion right now. Because Orton sucks.